What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, everything is starting to melt. It's springtime here in Saskatchewan. Finally, middle of April, the snow's finally starting to melt. It's warming up here. You know what that means? That means we gotta get the Z out. And I cannot tell you guys how happy I am that the winter is over. For those of you that are in the States, winter in Saskatchewan, Canada, you just can't even imagine. It's just so long. It starts October. There's still some snow around, but most of it's gone. Having a car like the Nissan 300ZX kind of sucks because, you know what, the year you're just looking at it parked under a cover, but that's the thing of the past right now because we're going to get this thing out. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking off that cover for good for the rest of the summer months. I'm gonna do an oil change today. I'm gonna make sure everything looks good before I take it home. I'm not gonna take it home right away. I'm gonna wait a few days. The city crews are still sweeping the streets and the streets are kind of a mess still. Everything's melting and there's gravel everywhere. So I wanna wait maybe a couple more days before I can get it home. I'll do that sometime during the week, but today I wanna do an oil change. I wanna clean it up a little bit, make sure everything is good, make sure there's no leaks, make sure everything looks good for the summer months. So that's what we're doing today. That cover I bought actually comes with a bag and everything, which is pretty cool. Pretty convenient for you to store in the summertime when you don't need the cover anymore. If you are interested in where I got that cover from, check out one of my other videos. I think it's the one where I did the review of the Twins wide body kit and interior innovation stuff. I have a link, I believe, for this in that video. Okay, getting this car on this hoist freaking sucked, as you guys probably saw from that little edit. So I had to call my brother for help because I needed someone to stand outside watch me get around this. I've used this hoist before with the Z, but not since I put the coilovers on and this body kit. It sits a lot lower than I did the last time I had it on this hoist, and god damn, I almost scraped the front. I actually put it on backwards. I put it on backwards because obviously the back bumper sits a little higher than the front bumper. And that worked out to be the best way to do it. Before I do the oil change, I'm gonna have a look underneath, make sure everything looks good. So as you can see here, I have a leak on my transmission. That I knew about, and it's a very minor leak. It's most likely the rear main. I'm almost certain it's the rear main. And I don't want to do anything with it yet because, as you guys know, next winter I'm pulling the engine and I'm doing a turbo build. I'm going to be turboing the NA block, so once I have the engine out, that's when I'm going to clean that up and fix the seal there for the rear main. Everything else looks pretty good. Oil I use on my Z is 10W30 Mobile 1 full synthetic. I'm using a Wix filter today. So this is just fine. This is the recommended oil for the NA engine, especially in the climate that I'm in. If you're in different climates, you have a turbo, you can use 5W, you can use 15W30 or something like that too. So if you check under the hood, it actually tells you what oil you can use. But for my location, this is the one I use. I usually use Nissan OEM filters. The dealer was closed today, it's Saturday, so we're gonna use Wicks. I've always used Wicks on other vehicles that I've had, so never had a problem with them. This should be just fine. Anyways, I'm gonna mount you guys up and bang out this oil change real quick. Okay, so a couple things I want to point out. I got the new filter in right here. Drain plug is back on. Something about the drain plug. So make sure you always put a Nissan crush washer before you put the drain plug back in. You should change it always. I change it every time. You don't have to. If your old one is good enough, I guess you could use it again if you don't have a crush washer around, but always use a crush washer with this to prevent any leaks and stuff like that. So what I do is when I went to Nissan, I keep a bunch of them. All right, let's get this thing down and put some oil in it.
To whisper hello, when I saw you once, I lost control. I'm probably thinking it's taking the wrong, but I won't let you go, let you go. When you feel it, turn the lights low, vibe of the match.
So your Nissan 300ZX will take about just over 4 quarts of oil. I usually give it 4.1, see what the dipstick says, and then add more if needed. That's usually a pretty good way to do it. So anyways, I got the oil in. I got her all buttoned up. Let's fire this baby up. Well, there you have it, guys. I wasn't sure if I was going to record this for you guys or not, but you know what? I haven't recorded a video in a while, and I love posting stuff on YouTube, and I love getting that practice in for editing. So this is basically what that was. I know I didn't get the Z home today, but I'm really waiting for the roads to get a bit better. It's super wet outside and disgusting, and the paint is really nice on this car. I really don't want to destroy it with rock chips and stuff like that. I'm gonna wait another week. Hopefully next weekend we can take this thing home. But oil change is done. I'm gonna park her back in her corner there so she can hibernate for a little bit longer. Next week though, I think what we'll do is I'm gonna record a video of me giving this a wash. I know it looks clean, but it's been collecting dust. You can see it there. It's been collecting dust all winter. So I want to give it a good clean. I want to use some protectant on the interior. I'll show you guys next week the stuff I use for that. So stick around if you've been following the channel for a bit, or you liking the content and you haven't subscribed yet. Please consider subscribing, leave me a comment. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring, but you know what? It gives me extra practice, so that's why I do this stuff. So that's all I got for you guys today. Now I'm gonna try getting this thing off the hoist. I got a dinner to go to tonight, so I'm running a bit late. I'm gonna wrap it up here, and hopefully I catch you guys next weekend. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again.